Well, the transfer window is closed and all it's left us with is the bitter taste of the one that got away. It was a goalkeeper as well. Hello and welcome to Season 5, Part 6 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we're away against Shrewsbury. I know you tell me. I know I keep getting it wrong. And Bury. Or is it Bury? I mean, it should be Bury. It's B-U-R. I know it's Bury, but that one feels a Plymouth. I mean, they're all said wrong, but that's beside the point. That's who we're playing. Since you were last with me, all was going well until our most recent game, when we went away to Rochdale, who were second bottom, and lost 3-0. We got absolutely battered by them, and I don't really know why. There was no significant changes, but we just got stuffed. Luckily, we've built ourselves up a little cushion at the top of the league now. 29 games in, we're 9 points clear at the top of League One, which is mad. What's even madder is the state of the division behind us. We need that gap, because if the gap gets closed, it's going to mean we've had a poor run of form. And a poor run of form isn't just going to knock us down to second place, because there's only 3 points separating second place from 8th place. There is 4 teams tied on 47 points directly behind us. Wigan on 46, MK Dons, even Cardiff, Luton, that's not Luton. Why am I saying Luton? Cardiff, Bury, Orient. I mean, there's not a lot of points separating the whole of the top half of this league apart from us as runaway leaders. And what we've learnt about runaway leaders from last year with Plymouth is that, especially if it was an unexpected runaway leader, they'll get caught eventually. And I am worried that when we get caught, we'll just plummet out of the whole thing. But we shall see. I did tease the one that got away. The one that got away was a goalkeeper from Blackburn, and there's a story around this, and it's an upsetting story to me. He's now gone to Wigan, one of our promotion rivals, but he was on the transfer list at Blackburn, available for £400,000. We only had £375,000 available in our budget. No matter what we did, no matter what shenanigans we tried, they would not accept less. We had contract agreed with him because I thought, we might sell someone. We tried everything. It got to deadline day. We tried to delay again to the end of the season, and they just said no. Wigan swooped in and signed him. And then Blackburn, the team that were trying to sign him from, came in with an offer for Ted Smith for the amount that we needed to make up the difference. We must have gone back and forth with Blackburn negotiating for this 10 times. Offering him monthly payments. We offered £500,000 after an international appearance at one point. We offered everything you could possibly imagine. The one thing I didn't ever think to offer, because they weren't interested in him, was an exchange involving Ted Smith. They sell him to our promotion rivals, and immediately they come in with an offer for our only goalkeeper. Why would they not just say, actually, you know what? Well, $350,000 plus Smith. That'll do, because he's the one we've got earmarked to be Gunn's replacement as our backup goalkeeper. But oh no, ridiculous. So we haven't been able to upgrade our goalkeeper. We haven't been able to do any further transfer business. So we are left with just the 2 players who came in, Gideon Zelalim and Richard Keogh. And hopefully that's going to be enough. I know our squad is paper thin. I seem to say that a lot because it's been the story of Non-League to Legend so far this year. If we have a look at what we've got beyond the bench, there really isn't very much. John White, not good enough to play for us. Broccoli's now gone out on loan, so we'll move him down into the under-23s. Josh Grant is injured, obviously would be in the team if he wasn't. Same with Pike. James Blanchfield, probably not good enough yet. We've given him ample opportunity, he's not taking it. Merkins, probably not good enough for this league. Cragen, probably not good enough. Plummer, probably not good enough. Schiavi's really struggling back at this level, which is weird because he'd played at this level before and got a goal a game, but it's just not working for him this year after 30 goals last season. So, as a couple of you have rightly pointed out in the comments, we don't have much beyond our first 11. If we get 2 or 3 key injuries, we are going to plummet down the league. And because of the way the loan window and everything works now, this is it until the end of the season. We've got to play the second half of the season with basically 14 or 15 players who are good enough to get in our team and hope we don't pick up injuries. So this is the team that we're playing for today's game. We've got Smith in goal, a back four of Tamelty, Anderson, Jackson and Fowler, with Wordsworth, Cool and Zellalim in midfield, Benteke in behind Marriott and Taylor Crossdale. You'll see I've abandoned the little experiment that tried to make it more like our Everton tactic. Benteke's gone back to being an attacking midfielder rather than Trequartista. Zellalim is playing in his preferred advanced playmaker role rather than as a roaming playmaker. We tried it for a couple of games. It didn't really work. We tried it in that last game. It really didn't work. So I'm going to blame it all on that, and not the fact that we're missing Pike and we're missing Grant, because they're not back yet. Grant's got another day out with a cold, and Pike has a virus. I mean, for goodness sake, just play, man up. Right, let's get into the game. Shrewsbury, are third. This is one of those situations where if we lose today, the gap starts to close down a little bit, and that whole chasing pack take a massive leap towards us. So we can't afford to lose. A draw would be okay. We're away from home. I can live with a draw. But really, what we need is to bounce back from the disappointment of the last game and just absolutely thump Shrewsbury. Why are both teams playing in blue? That seems unusual. That's not a thing that would happen. Oh, Benteke's just... I don't really know what happened there. That sort of snuck in at the near post. I don't think anyone was expecting him to put it there. He's wrong-footed everyone, including me. Let's have a look at it in 3D to see what he actually did. Was there a deflection or something in there? Or is this just a bit of opportunism, spotting a bit of a gap? So Zellalim puts it through to Benteke. Everyone, including me, I think, is expecting that to go across the goal. In fact, that is where Benteke tried to put it. It does take a deflection and sneaks in at the near post. So it did seem a bit of an odd one, and that's why. Taylor Crossdale's in! 6 minutes on the clock. We're 2-0 up. It's his 20th goal of the season. Cross from Anthony Wordsworth. Taylor Crossdale gets in behind the last man. We're 2-0 up. We're back, everybody. Forget that. Look, that's a beautiful drilled cross. That was just perfect from Anthony Wordsworth. What a player that man is. I wish he was 5 years younger, because, a 28, 29-year-old version of him, he could take us up into the Championship and be a superstar. As it is, we said it this time last year, if we get promoted, surely he can't make the step up again. I'm surprised at how well he's playing in League One. He's 33 now, I think, and had been playing in League Two for the last 4 seasons. You would think his career at this level was done, but he's having an Indian summer. There you go. That's what we'll call it. Wordsworth picks it up again, loses out this time because I'm bigging him up too much. But Tamelty wins the ball back, gets in behind, crosses to Benteke. It's 3-0 after half an hour. Jonathan Benteke is enjoying being an attacking midfielder again. No more of this Trequartista nonsense, and he's just going to get into goal scoring opportunities and just play as a proper out and out attacking midfielder to show me, this is why you continue to play me here. I don't want to have to think, I don't want to have to roam, I just want to get into the gaps behind the front two and score goals. And keep doing it, Jonathan, and you'll keep playing there. That is not the first half I was expecting. I can live with it. Definitely. We're potentially in again here. Taylor Crossdale is really battling to win the ball back, putting him under fantastic pressure. Considering he's a poacher, that's not really what he's supposed to be doing. You'd expect Marriott as a defensive forward to be out there applying the pressure. He was sort of hovering behind, and Taylor Crossdale's just decided he's going to do everything. And that is a big miss for Shrewsbury. They should have a goal back at this point, because Smith was beaten, everyone was beaten, and they've just effectively missed an open goal. Sucks to be them. Taylor Crossdale's in again here. I thought he was going to stick that into the top corner and show us that he's the man who can one day become the complete forward for us. Still only 20 years old, remember. Ridiculous talent. That was a satisfying first half. More of the same, please, gentlemen. We need to keep an eye on Aaron Cool, because he's a bit of a Tamelty in that he's got a bit of a tackle on him. He's already on a yellow card. We don't really want to have him getting sent off, because midfield is one of those areas where we haven't got oodles of strength in depth. Obviously, it's improved a little bit from bringing Zellalim in, or Zelalem. You're going to have to let me know how to pronounce that, or else I'm just going to give him a nickname. And I can't think of a hilarious one at the moment. But still, we don't want to have to go back to playing players who aren't really cut out for this level. For the first time all season, we've got a League One quality midfield 3, and we don't want to put that at risk with Mr. Tackles a lot. They've got a goal back. Hopefully we're not about to crumble, because we've not really shown much in this second half. Leach Smith, you would have expected him to take a shot there. Perhaps he's still feeling it a little bit from his miss in the first half. He had a great opportunity, but squared it over to the guy who wasn't really in as good a position, but he tucked it away anyway. And, we need to be on our guard a little bit because Shrewsbury are getting back into this game. If we look at the stats, they're slightly edging us for possession. We've only had one clear-cut chance each. We've just been quite clinical with what we've done. But it is a fairly even game. And if the footballing gods are watching and want a fair universe, they're going to let Shrewsbury get back into this. And we can't let that happen. Right, Marriott is not having the best of games, so we're going to bring on Schiavi. And we're going to swap Taylor Crossdale back because he's slowly getting better at being the defensive forward. We were training him at doing it last year. We don't bother anymore because he's so good at what he's doing that he can just do his own thing. But it's quite handy to be able to stick Schiavi up in his preferred position. And we've seen from earlier in the game that Taylor Crossdale's quite happy to chase players down, put defenders under pressure when needs be. So he can do a perfectly adequate job in that role. We will take Cool off now, and we're going to bring on Harry Hamblin. I like Harry Hamblin. Didn't manage to sign him either. Couldn't agree personal terms with him. We did agree a fee with Southampton, but then kind of stopped pursuing it because I got so caught up in trying to sign a goalkeeper that I forgot I also wanted Hamblin. But mental note, we'll try and sign him permanently in the summer because he's young and going to get better. Right, Shrewsbury are in again here. Hopefully it's too little too late. Smith makes the save anyway. And I think that should be about that. Zellalim's just risked himself getting a red card, already on a yellow, makes an excellent tackle. It was a firm tackle though. And a bit risky. Schiavi's done brilliantly there. And Zellalim has ran the full length of the pitch to be the player challenging for the through ball. Doesn't quite get there. But what energy to have that late in the game. That's pretty impressive. He's run 8.5 miles and can still charge from one end of the pitch to the other in the 92nd minute, having not played for anyone up until a couple of weeks ago for a year. He's going to be some player. Right, let's go and play the second one of today's games against Bury, or Bury, who knows. Well, after all that talk about keeping an eye on Cool in the last game, he's gone and got himself suspended anyway. That was his 5th or his 10th yellow card to get? It doesn't even say. I think it was his 10th yellow card of the season. So he gets a suspension. So Hamblin comes into the ball-winning midfielder position. We have got a bit of strength in depth there after all. I mean, I like that as a midfield as well. Pike and Grant both come in as well. They're now fit again after they were poorly sick. Who was in at right back? Fowler, he drops to the bench, as does Jack Marriott. The bench looks a little bit stronger for having them back as well. So perhaps I was a little too negative. Hold on, Miguel's not playing because he's not good enough. Absolutely, he's not. We'll lie. We don't want him to be sad. Keogh's not playing because I don't see how we get him into the side. We've kind of brought him in because we just wanted an experienced head knocking around the place. But I would be interested in your thoughts on Keogh. Yes, I still think he's a good signing, even though he's not played for us at all. Just purely because of his experience and influence around the dressing room. But we do have that thing at the back of my mind where if he gets sad because he's not playing, will that influence in the dressing room come back to bite us in the behind? So, should we be playing him? And if we should, who do we drop? Because Jackson and Anderson are brilliant. George Fowler is probably feeling a bit hard done by that after playing so well when Jackson was out of favour, he's now finding himself on the bench. And I don't even see how Keogh's our first backup option at centre-back. Oh, Pike's just hit the crossbar. Oh, that was, it was such a snapshot, hit with such power. And I'm going to count us a little bit unlucky not to be ahead. In fact, if you look at the stats, we're a lot unlucky not to be ahead. We're dominating this game, and we just need to nab a goal. We don't want it to be another one of those where it doesn't quite come together for us, especially because we've got Pike and Taylor Crossdale back together for today. So you would think that reuniting the free scoring partnership would lead to us scoring lots of goals again, but it's apparently not to be at the moment. Well, Taylor Crossdale's in, forces a good save out of their keeper. Pike picks up, finds Hamblin in space, who finds Wordsworth, Benteke. No one can get a shot away, but we're still pressing. Taylor Crossdale's in and really should have scored there. That was a fantastic opportunity. Tamelty now can cross, but he's closed down, and Taylor Crossdale it was such a good position to be in. He really should have scored. It's gone down as a clear-cut chance and a miss. Taylor Crossdale's in again and misses. Benteke's not giving him the opportunity to miss for a third time. He picks up his third goal of the episode, his 10th for the season. And I don't know what's got into Taylor Crossdale today, but he's got himself into so many good positions and just can't convert. And he's there for the rebound on that one, and Benteke just says, nope. You've missed 3 now. I'm putting this away. We need a win because we're now 11 points clear at the top if it carries on like this. Taylor Crossdale again forcing a save out their keeper. What does Taylor Crossdale have to do to score today? Zelalem got to the rebound, squares it to Pike. It's 2-0. Taylor Crossdale's just having in the press conference at the end, he's just having a bad day at the office. That's what we already know what we're going to be clicking when they ask about him. But surely he's got to score. He's had so many opportunities now. We've gone from no chances to 3 clear-cut chances in the space of about 5 minutes, and in all the excitement have forgotten to make substitutions. So let's take Taylor Crossdale off because he's not having the best of games. We're also going to take off Hamblin and bring Keneally on, and why not go for the full set? Let's bring on Cragen as well for Wordsworth and drop Benteke back into the midfield. And who can Zelalem go across there? Not really. I mean, we'll do that. There you go. Splendid. Oh, that all kind of exploded for 10 minutes. So we've had 25 shots today. We can clearly just turn it on for 5 minutes and take games away from teams. That is a nice quality to have, and it's another man of the match award for Zelalem. 2 assists for him. Another 8+ miles run and a 9 out of 10 rating. Signing of the season already, do we think? And there we have it, I believe, unless things changed right at the end. Yeah, we are 11 points clear at the top of the league with only 15 games to go. We need to start thinking in terms of planning for a season in the Championship, I think. And I certainly didn't expect to be saying that at the start of the season. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.